there's a movie coming out that, I like a good horror movie, just like anybody else. A lot of horror fans, a lot of movie fans. But I'm not a horror film aficionado like a lot of people. I know you're really into horror films, Rob.
Yeah.
I know Taylor's really into horror films. Chris really is not. But man, I got to tell you, the trailers for Evil Dead Rise have been awesome. Like I've been watching these trailers and they just look incredible. And I've been getting I'm getting more excited for this horror movie than I have been for a lot of horror movies in a while. Like it just, the way they promote it, it just looks like it's going to thrill. The whole bit looks great. Well, I believe it was out South by Southwest. They just did some full screenings of it before its opening, and the reactions are now out. And the common phrase I've read amongst some other places are words like gore, total gore fest, most bloody thing I've ever seen, and a lot of kick ass. From Andrew J. Salazar writes, Evil Dead Rises carries Sam Raimi's spirit while still bringing fresh ideas to the table. The kills kick ass and is going to shock even the most dedicated fans. It's not as comedic as previous films and sticks to a harsher tone, making it stand out from the franchise. Kevin L. Lee writes, holy mother of hell, Evil Dead Rise is nasty and gnarly as fuck. It literally rips. Continues the style and tone of the 2013 remake while offering some neat twists. Lee Cronin is a directing force, but it's Lily Sullivan and Alyssa Sutherland who lead this carnage circus. I love that phrase.
Count me in, buddy.
A carnage circus. Paul Lee writes, Evil Dead Rise, it's been a minute since a total gore fest like this has popped in theaters. Claustrophobic, grimy, and mean as hell. This new entry is a crowd pleaser that gets straight to the violence. It will 100% make you wince in parts. That is some great makeup, by the way. Yeah. I love that. All right. Jeff Zhang writes, Mommies with the maggots now. Every single Evil Dead movie is a banger, and the tradition continues with Evil Dead Rise. A bond between sisters shredded by disgusting whirlwind of deadites, guts, and gore brought the entire house down at South by Southwest. Eric Vespi writes, Evil Dead Rise is rad. The tone falls somewhere between 2013 remake and Evil Dead 2. There's so much gore and even more child endangerment. Also, there's a nod to The Shining that had me applauding in my seat. Don't miss it. The last one we'll read here is from Murjani, who writes, Evil Dead Rise is the total smorgasbord of gore. Possession, laughs, and style you would come to expect. It's more adjacent to the 2013 remake, and I dug it. And they just went on and on. They just went on and on like that. Nasty, violent, gory, bloody as hell, kick-ass, with the odd smattering of funny in there as well, which is not what I gathered at all from. I didn't think, like, if you're going to do something in the spirit of Evil Dead, there should be a little bit of humor in there. But I didn't get that at all from the trailers. And I like the fact, because here's the thing. When you get something that's either really dead serious or really dead horrifying or whatever, when you mix up the palette a little bit by throwing in a laugh here or there, it just resets the meter for the next gore thing or dark thing or whatever that happens. Like when the filmmakers can just take you on a constant roller coaster. Look, they can take you up to a height, but if you just go up to the height on a roller coaster and you just stay on that the whole time, right there, just straight line and then dip. But you do this, and if they take you from these thrills and then a laugh and then whatever, it can create a thrilling experience. And everything that I'm reading here so far sounds like this is going to be a movie that lives up to the hype of the trailers. I loved everything I read in here. This is clearly something Chris Carr is never going to go watch. Anyway, Rob, you had a chance to check out and see the reactions to Evil Dead. What do you think about the reactions, and where's your anticipation level for this movie?
Dude, I'm so stoked for this movie. I mean, obviously, I saw the first film in the theater in 1981, and I worked on Army of Darkness 10 years later for an entire summer. I love this franchise. I thought the 2013 remake or reboot was great. Fede Alvarez's movie. I thought it was great. I can't wait to see this movie. This is right up my alley, and I love the fact that it's mean and nasty. That was what I loved about the first movie, and it pulled no punches. I think children today need movies like Evil Dead Rise to toughen them up because everyone else is so soft. I mean, kids need good gore fests.
Mm-hmm. Is it fair to say because there have been a lot of horror films that come out. And by the way, I mean like pure horror films. Like I don't consider Megan, which is a movie I really enjoyed. I don't consider that a straight horror film.
I know
right?
what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
It's been a while, I think, since I've seen a straight horror film come out that you can really tell they straight up made this for horror fans, right? And everything that I've seen coming out about this, and correct me if I'm wrong, this was one of the films that the previous ownership of Warner Brothers wanted to send direct to streaming, correct?
Yes.
And it was the new ownership of Warner Brothers said, this thing's got to be in theaters. And it sounds like the experience will not disappoint.
Oh, yeah,
I'm very excited. Listen, Taylor, you're a big horror fan. You looking forward to this one?
Yeah, I'm so pissed. About a year ago, I was invited to a test screening of this.
A year ago?
Yeah, and I almost was able to go, but I forgot what it was. It had to have been something really important. I missed out, and I'm pissed because I could have seen this a year ago. And I am dying to see this. If I'm ever on Real Housewives, my tagline is going to be "Mommies with the maggots now," and I'm going to sip my champagne. I can't wait for this movie.
You know what? Not only is that a great line, it's the way she delivers the line in that trailer. Mommy's with the maggots. I like just the way she said it.
Oh, it's the best.
Oh, everything about these trailers has been great. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about the reactions coming out of South by Southwest for Evil Dead Rise? Maybe you're not a horror fan. Have you been looking forward to this movie? Where's your anticipation level right now? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to thank a sponsor of this video, MasterClass. MasterClass offers classes on a wide variety of topics, all taught by world-class instructors at the very top of their fields. Each class is broken out into individual video lessons, usually around 10 minutes long. And MasterClass is completely accessible on your phone, the web, smart TV, and available via audio mode to listen to classes on the go. They have over 2,500 video lessons from over 180 of today's most brilliant minds. They're all available anytime, anywhere on iOS, Android, desktop, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. Now, obviously around here on the John Campea Show, we love our movies, so why not learn filmmaking from Jodie Foster, or maybe directing from Ron Howard himself, or the great Neil Gaiman doing his class on the art of storytelling. And you guys have heard me talk about my favorite class, Business Strategy and Leadership by Big Papa Iger himself, Bob Iger, the new and returning CEO of Disney. So guys, I highly recommend that you check it out. Get unlimited access to every class, and as a John Campea Show listener, you get 15% off an annual membership. Just go to masterclass.com/Campea now. That's masterclass.com/Campea for 15% off Masterclass.